friends. It's been a rough road this last couple of weeks. Last week in particular, lots of mental energy being trapped in thoughts and not being able to get out, not being able to be the observer of our own life, not being able to connect to source, not being able to connect within, having to go out to the bush, oh goodness me, and meet with other feminines to actually have cups of tea and whatever else. It's been a rough ride. I don't know about anybody else, but it's actually, I do know about other people because I've actually been talking to others who have also been finding it very difficult. If you've been suffering from anxiety or anything like that at all, it's been a bit rough, I have to say. It has actually been quite rough, but it's okay. Once you actually get out of that trapped mindset, it does lead to healing, and that's exactly what it's meant to do. Have a look and see what's going on for the feminine this week. What we can... Six of Fire. So having some sort of victory now over that which has kept us trapped, moving forward. With more clarity and more groundedness. We have also the Four of Fire, which is about celebration, union, either union within or with another. That is coming through, like I've said, for a lot of the divine feminines and masculines. There are unions coming into play from now until, 2025, 2028. We also have the World, and I actually am hearing that a lot of twin flames have shifted into union energies. Whether they come into union or not, it's at the minute, it's more the fact that they are literally coming into union energies. So the frequency is now shifting. Okay, so we have the Nine of Water, we have the Six of Air, beautiful cards. Message of Fire and the Two of Earth. Trying to find some sort of balance, trying to regain the hope that they'd lost because, over the last week it's been like this full entrapment, and not finding any kind of relief at all. But we do have here, what is hidden is the World, which is coming to the end of a cycle, a very difficult cycle. Last week, the feminine was actually doing a lot of deep healing work. And then, of course, the mental entrapment just from the surges of the sun and everything else and the frequency changes have literally just caused so much friction and discord that literally we could not, and it was like this trapped energy we couldn't get out. That's how it felt. We could not get out of our heads. But this week, I feel the energies are lifting. We have the Nine of Wands, and of course after we move from that, we manage to sort of like remove ourselves from that trapped energy, even though it may still be lingering a little bit. Most of it should have at some point led us to some sort of healing that we've needed. For me, it was a core issue that needed to be healed, that was 45 years in the making and needed to be removed. It was a core wound, and it was a big one, but managed to do it, and through that trapped energy managed to come out of that into more healing energies and more empowering energies. And that's what I would call it for the feminine this week. A lot of empowerment came from that. Independence, this emotional independence came through once we got out of that trapped energy, because this is for the feminine, the Nine of Water, which is the Nine, which is the independent, which is a solo energy. This is the energy that will propel us forward as we become a lot more emotionally independent, and not codependent on anything or anybody. So that's where we're moving away from these trapped energies through healing into a much more independent way of being. And then we have the Six of Air here, which is the card of moving into calmer waters, away from the chaos that has ensued over the last couple of weeks. There is this beautiful hope. We're just trying to come into some sort of balance with the Two of Earth and to become a lot more grounded. As I've said earlier in one of the other posts, that I literally had to go out to the bush and just be under the big trees. I mean, I have trees here. I have poplar trees and this beautiful liquid amber out the front. But my garden at the moment, because I haven't been able to get into it, is very dry. A lot of it is dying off at the moment, and I just didn't feel comfortable down there. I just wanted to get out where in the bush where it was clear, where there was a lot of beautiful energy from those beautiful ancient trees. And so that's what I did, and came out of there feeling so much more renewed and a lot more calm and balanced. So, you know, that's the thing to do. Like, you know, these energies that are about at the moment are really they're very turbulent, and they're going to throw us about a bit. The only way, and like sometimes we can literally, the anxiety can come through and feel like we're literally going mad. And the best thing you can do is to remove yourself from that energy and go into nature, because nature is the ultimate healer. Anyway, so we are moving out of these darker energies and, you know, into more lighter type of energies now. You have the Three of Fire, more groundedness, more sort of just waiting, contemplating, and just kind of watching to see exactly where it is we need to place our energies at this moment. Coming into victory and hope, a greater sense of hope, which we'd lost over the last couple of, I don't know about anybody else, but I had completely lost hope in just about everything. And once again, the Union card coming through, and the card of celebration. So there could be even proposals, marriages coming through at this time. End of a really hard cycle. Yep. And removing, once again, so we have the World and the Ten of Air. So coming out of those trapped, horrible thoughts that just kept going around and around in our head, trapping us. Coming out of that now. It's like that cycle has now ended, and we're moving away from that. Very needed though. And once again, it's about empowerment and moving into those high priestess, very wise woman type of energies, very independent as well on every level. And that's exactly the ultimate goal, which is very interesting that this is the last card, you know, because this is exactly how I felt when I removed myself from those damaging thoughts, and that just kept me going around and around, and actually came into great clarity and removed pretty much the obstacle that had been a part of my life for the last 45 years, and did that and became so empowered and stepped into my high priestess energies. We're literally now, no one, I don't think, could touch that. So, you know, this is amazing energies for the divine feminine to be moving into. This is about female empowerment, pretty much. The high priestess is all-knowing, all-wise, and knows even if she does get trapped, eventually she'll work it out, because she's wise enough to know that given time and allowing the energies to work through her, she's able to step out and become completely enlightened and empowered. Anyway, I hope that makes some sort of sense to you all. We'll have a look at one more card. No, we won't, not from here. I'm going to look at another card from here. Oh, we've got maybe 1 minute. We'll have a quick look. No, we don't. Fists of Avalon. Fairy, nature's magic. I was talking about fairies with someone this morning. It's nearly mushroom season here. Nearly fairy season, where they'll be dancing around the mushrooms. So yeah, go into the bush and be at one with nature. That's how you can most definitely heal the most. Okay, I'll see you soon. Bye for now.